The legend of the chosen one echoes across cultures and centuries. The hero destined to rise, the beacon of hope standing bravely against the tide. Yet within every chosen one's journey, beneath valor and apparent virtue, lies a battle waged in private shadows. One of these hidden struggles is the conflict with lust, a force as ancient as humanity itself. While tales focus on their extraordinary destiny, few recognize the secret storms that swirl within their hearts. Here are 5 reasons why even the noblest of the chosen ones can find themselves wrestling with desires they cannot always conquer. First, the immense pressure of being singled out can intensify every human emotion, including those of a sensual or romantic nature. Imagine bearing the weight of worlds, every hope, every dream, every desperate plea for rescue. Often the chosen are raised in isolation or thrust into the spotlight, their identities shaped not by their own desires, but by the expectations of others. In such environments, natural instincts may be suppressed for years. As they come of age or step into their destinies, these suppressed emotions can erupt in powerful, unexpected ways. Denied outlets for ordinary affection or intimacy, they may feel longing more intensely than most. The paradox of being revered and yet lonely, needed by all but known by none, can foster a hunger, not only to be physically desired but to escape, even briefly, the ceaseless demands of their calling. Second, the chosen one's story is often defined by rigorous codes: chastity, discipline, self mastery. Their mentors, guardians, or orders may preach the necessity of purity, warning them that desire is a dangerous distraction. While this guidance intends to protect, it risks demonizing natural feelings, turning desire into a forbidden fruit. The more tightly these impulses are repressed, the more they simmer beneath the surface, gathering strength. Instead of learning to understand and channel their feelings, the chosen are often taught to ignore or fear them, sowing seeds of shame and secrecy. When lust eventually emerges, it is not in healthy or manageable forms, but as a powerful force they feel ill equipped to manage, leading to guilt, internal division, and the desperate hope that no one will see their humanity beneath the myth. Third, those who are marked as chosen frequently encounter great beauty, charm, or temptation on their journeys, precisely because of their unique status. People are drawn to those with a sense of destiny, finding attraction in the very aura that isolates the chosen. Sometimes this is literal, suitors and admirers seeking proximity to power. Sometimes it's more subtle, a mentor who becomes more than a confidant, an enemy who entices as fervently as they enrage. Surrounded by temptation, craving connection, and lacking the luxury of ordinary relationships, the chosen can find themselves ensnared by those who offer the promise of intimacy, however fleeting or dangerous. The path of the hero is lined with siren songs, sometimes a trap, sometimes a genuine offer of solace in a harsh world. Fourth, the existential loneliness of their journey fuels the struggle with lust. Few can truly understand what it means to bear the destiny of so many. Friends, lovers, and family may support, but distance grows as the chosen's true path reveals itself. Authentic connection becomes difficult, and with it, a hunger for touch, for closeness, for the reassurance that one is not alone. Lust, in such circumstances, is not only a craving for pleasure, but also for validation and escape. The hope that, at least for a moment, the weight of fate can be lifted and they can simply be human. For some, every passing glance or stolen touch highlights the gulf between who they are expected to be and who they long to be. For others, it is a bargaining chip in the struggle to hold on to scraps of identity as destiny swallows them whole. Fifth, the very power that marks the chosen one can amplify all passions. In mythology and reality alike, those set apart often possess heightened gifts: charisma, intuition, the capacity to inspire and to feel deeply. Yet these same qualities magnify every impulse felt within. The fire that fuels courage, sacrifice, and genius is the very same that stokes desire, longing, and lust. In striving to master their gifts, the chosen risk also empowering their shadows, creating an internal arms race between light and dark. Lust in this context becomes a test, a mirror reflecting the prize of wielding extraordinary power without losing oneself to its temptations. The struggle is not simply about denying pleasure, but about integrating passion, fear, and longing without letting them dictate one's actions. Consider the ancient epics where heroes face not only monsters and tyrants, but also the seductions of goddesses, the lure of forbidden love, and the pain of impossible choices. Think of the monks in distant monasteries who choose isolation to avoid temptation, yet battle their own thoughts each night. Or the modern leader, thrust overnight into the global spotlight, navigating public adulation while privately seeking real connection. Across each story, the pattern repeats. To be chosen is to be human, but with every human flaw cast in sharper relief. The struggle with lust, then, is not a failing, but a facet of the chosen one's journey. In the fire of desire, another hope is born that facing temptation with honesty and humility may one day make them not only capable leaders, but also whole and compassionate people. The secret struggles may shape them as profoundly as the victories for which they are known. The shadow and the light bound together, turning myth into something that speaks powerfully to our own hidden battles and deepest hopes. But there is another, subtler reason why lust preys upon the chosen. In the pursuit of their destiny, they often exist in heightened states of adrenaline, stress, and emotional turbulence. The fight for survival, the adrenaline of battle, the euphoria of victory, or the agony of loss. All these open the doors to extremes of feeling. Physiologically and psychologically, such intensity often spills over into the realm of desire. The battlefield and the boudoir are closer than we care to admit. Passion of all kinds blazes brightest when life itself hangs in the balance. The chosen ones living on the knife's edge experience desire not as a distraction from danger, but as a consequence of constantly dancing with it. For these heroes, lust can become a desperate expression of life's fragility, a reminder of existence, of connection, of everything that is at stake. Yet, amidst these temptations and turmoils, there is hope. The chosen struggle with lust offers wisdom both personal and universal. By confronting their own desires not in shame, but in understanding, they model a path toward acceptance. Their stories teach us that no one is immune to temptation, but that the honest confrontation with our shadows is itself noble. In their private battles, the chosen reflect back our own. The longing for love, the clash between duty and desire, the ache to both belong and transcend. Their trials show that perfection is not what makes a legend. Rather, it is the willingness to wrestle with weakness and emerge, if not unscathed, then transformed. Ultimately, the secret struggle with lust is an invitation, not just to resist or indulge, but to integrate, not just to rise above, but to be fully present in the paradox of being both extraordinary and deeply, messily human. In the stories of the chosen ones, we find that the greatest victories are often won in the quiet battles fought far from the eyes of the world, when a hero dares to face not just the monsters without, but the longings within. And it is there, in that crucible of desire and discipline, doubt and hope, that a true legend is born. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos.